Hello, welcome. Happy Thursday. If you're new here, welcome. If you come often, then it is wonderful to see you again. My name is Sari. This is my sign name. Like I mentioned, Monday and Wednesday, I practice. Again, if anyone is new, I practice today. Stephanie Taxel is typically the facilitator for TCTSY, but Taxel is off for 2 weeks and asked me to sub. So it might feel a bit odd because usually Taxel is the one facilitating, and I completely get that. And I just want to honor and recognize that it might feel a little bit different. I am thrilled to be here, but I also feel very honored and very grateful as well. Today I will move using the floor and my mat. You are welcome to practice standing, sitting, lying down, maybe taking a nap or walking outside, any type of movement. All of that is included in TCTSY. What's important is choosing what's right for you moment by moment. Today, I'm going to try something new, and if you would like to provide feedback, that would be wonderful. So instead of counting down 4 different movements, I thought it might be a bit more visual, a bit more visual friendly to use the timer app. We'll just kind of test it out, but I figured maybe 2 minutes would be a good place to start. If it feels forever or maybe feels too quick, I welcome that feedback. And if you're doing any type of movement and you prefer to move it another way, if you feel the pacing is too slow, you're absolutely welcome to do that. And I just want to make sure we have enough time to move in a way that feels good and feels beneficial for all of us. So today's Thursday, may have been a hectic, busy week. So I thought maybe for today's practice, we could almost practice with the vibe of winding down a bit, maybe sort of taking it easy. So, like I said, a lot of floor movements, some stretching movements as well. One way to begin practice could be to notice your space and how it feels to be in that space. Maybe choosing to notice your breath without any change. You don't necessarily have to breathe shorter or longer if you don't want to. Maybe just noticing your breath as it is. Maybe noticing the moment between an inhale and an exhale. Maybe noticing if you pause. I've noticed that called the gap, that quick pause between an inhale and an exhale. So maybe practicing the recognition of that, if you notice that gap, that small space of time, could be helpful in noticing your breath. If you'd like, maybe for a few breaths, possibly 3, just to see if you notice the gap, or if you'd like to breathe in a different way, that's welcome too. But again, maybe here for 3 breaths if you'd like. Maybe one more. Another way to notice could be to recognize how your body is connecting with different parts, maybe your head, your forehead, and physically touching that area, or maybe just using your mind to take note of those muscles, maybe in your head, specifically your forehead, maybe those muscles around the eyes, possibly around your jaw, maybe the muscles in your neck, possibly in your shoulders, maybe the muscles in your arms, the muscles in your hands, maybe the muscles in your front body or in your back body, possibly along your sides, maybe the muscles in your legs, and possibly the muscles in your feet. For TCTSY, movement is never required. What you need may be changing moment by moment throughout the day, every day. So it really depends on many different things. So here within practice, you are welcome to decide what is most beneficial and the best fit for you. If you'd like to begin today's practice with movement, I will first offer some movement of the head and neck. You may choose to tilt your head to the side, maybe light touch, sort of almost like a light weight, kind of leaning to the side. You may choose to go back and forth, or you may choose one side and stick with that side for a few moments. As I mentioned, I'm going to set the timer for 2 minutes, but you're welcome to decide how to move within that space of time. Another option could be to look from side to side, maybe using your nose to guide your head into some circles, possibly choosing to move the opposite direction. So we're going to go ahead and do our test now with the timer. Hopefully you're able to see the timer. The interpreter can see the timer on the screen. So again here, maybe some head or neck movements for the next couple minutes. Let me double check here and make sure turn the timer off. Give me just a moment here. Next, I will offer a side stretch. One option could be to place one arm down and lean to the side with the other arm. Maybe choosing to rotate from side to side if you want, or you may choose to pause on one side within the movement. Another option for movement is to add in some rotation. You may choose to add a flow, sort of a continuous movement, raising your arms. Also, maybe adding the twist in with it as well. So, some type of side stretch here for the next couple of minutes. Okay, so next I will offer a forward fold. If you are sitting, perhaps with your legs crossed, you may choose to lean forward, or maybe place your legs in a different spot, or even rotate through whatever feels most beneficial for you. Another option could be to straighten your legs, maybe choosing to bend at the knee. There's no better or worse way, and how much you fold or how far you fold is entirely up to you. There's no better or worse way within the movement, just about what's best for you. So, again, another option here, if you're sitting with your legs crossed, could be to walk your arms out in front of you and maybe choosing to sort of walk them to the other side, possibly pausing on one side and then switching to the other side, or maybe choosing to rotate back and forth between the sides. Maybe taking the opportunity just to see if you notice any sensation in your side body, your back body, or your legs, and using the opportunity as another chance for noticing. Maybe if you've been rushing today or in a hurry, you may prefer a quicker pace, or you may prefer a slower pace as you move back and forth. Again, this will be for the next 2 minutes, but please feel free to come out of the fold at any point in time. Don't feel like you have to stay in a certain spot for the whole 2 minutes. Next, I will offer some leg stretches. One option here is to have one leg bent and maybe choosing to have both legs out. If you want, as I said, one option could be to bend one of those legs, maybe leaning forward, choosing to stretch out your arms as well. You might choose to move back and forth as well. Or you may choose to focus maybe on a certain place, possibly leaning forward, outward. You may choose to flex your foot or point your toes, or you might choose to bend at the knee, almost like you're making a tent, sort of folding up, almost like snuggling in a little bit. So, again, maybe some type of leg stretch or movement here for the next 2 minutes if you'd like. Next, I will offer a movement, possibly on your back. I will show you here. You may choose to bend your legs, maybe sort of moving in a circle, possibly moving in the opposite direction, or maybe moving back and forth. Another option here could be to place your feet on the floor as you move back and forth. Or if it feels beneficial for you, you may choose to lift one leg at a time. Really, the pressure of the floor on your back might feel similar to a massage. Maybe feels good for you today. So again, those are some options for movement. Or another option could be to do more of a leg stretch if you prefer that as well. So maybe whatever type of movement you'd like for the next 2 minutes. Now we will move to a time of rest for 3 minutes, sort of winding down, and rest can be whatever rest looks like for you. And we can come back at 4:44, and at that time we will close practice together. Okay, if you would like to again, maybe notice for a moment your breath as you inhale and as you exhale, maybe noticing the gap between an inhale and exhale. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for choosing to do what's right for you moment by moment. And remember, you are valuable, your work is valuable, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity to practice together. Thank you so much, and thank you, Shelby, for interpreting. Take care.